Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Commodores offense will get the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Let's take a big view here about Vanderbilt. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited. And a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
And the Commodores are in the hurry-up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Now the play fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Commodores decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So LSU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to...
Going for a big play right off the bat. Hits him in stride at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He's got it and still on his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
It's such a nice play getting that sack. And I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so...
Turning it on. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Commodores will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Hand off from the gun. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Gets it out fast. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option, and you're not...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a picked off, that's number 15 on the year. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Commodores moving quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Got his man on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
They'll try to get it through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job.
Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I'll tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They have been bludgeoned right out of the gate in this one now to try to find their footing and get back in this game. Got his man in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. New set of downs after the completion. Corners showing press. They want to be fit. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything...
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got his man. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Tigers have a lot of options on second and inches. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Spins away from the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Hands it off. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And how about about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the RPO, complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Trying to pound it in. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors!
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to pass. Here's the pressure. He's going to take off. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big line explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. They're working that left side. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Blasted as he lets it go. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown LSU! In the window for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be... Back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge.
And the Commodores will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Working the middle, it's complete. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to keep it in the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Hauls it in. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Commodores will call on their punt team. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Whitaker. At the 45 on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Moncrief. Got his man quickly. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And the Commodores will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Commodores line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was breaks into the open. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quick step and go. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Moncrief. Under fire. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun to give, looking for room. There he goes. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on 1 time. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 40-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out in the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to impose their will with the run. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. With the clock running, this should be the final play.